Hello, Jim, once again.
Once again, unbelievable.
Yeah, once again.
And today we're going to go over the 9th proven study success strategy for college. Now, just as a quick recap, the very first one is to study closer to the lecture than to the exam. Meaning after each lecture, you're going to go find a quiet study area, go over your notes, fill in the blank spots, rather than just opening up your notes the night before the exam and studying them for the first time. Second, don't just read over the material time and time again, but actually learn the material, test yourself on the material.
It's not memorized.
Oh, come on.
Next is checklist training. Pilots use checklist training, surgeons use checklist training, so imagine how far you'll go when you use checklist training for something like an exam.
Check! Check!
Fourth, learn the material in a number of different ways. Watch a YouTube video on the material.
Watched a lot of YouTube tutorials.
Talk to your friend about the material. Pretend like you're teaching the material to a first grader. Next, study more than one subject each day. I recommend you study every subject every day.
Every day. I'm going to shine.
Next, take steps not to forget. Remember, you'll retain 85% of new information if you go over that information within the first 24 hours. The next two are similar. Use the Leitner system and use the Fenneman notebook method. And the 9th proven study strategy for college is use the SQ3R method.
That sounds too complicated.
That sounds complicated, but it's not. The S stands for survey briefly the information you're about to go over. See, most students, if they're trying to learn information in a chapter, they'll just open up to that chapter and start reading. That's how you read a novel. That's not really how you study. The first thing you want to do is survey that chapter. Go over the chapter, get an idea of what you're going to be studying, write down any information that appears to be difficult, and then after doing that, then you can start learning the information in the chapter. The Q in the SQ3R method stands for question the material. So those definitions you wrote down that seem difficult, you're going to ask yourself those. So you might ask yourself, what is the Pythagorean theorem?
Math, 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 math.
First R is read the material carefully. So now that you've previewed the material, you have an idea of what's going to be in the chapter, then you're going to read the material very carefully. So again, especially those areas that are very difficult. The next R is recite the material. This can be done by going back and answering those questions that you asked yourself, like what is the Pythagorean theorem? And the final R is briefly review the material at the end. So in other words, you're going to preview the material at the very beginning, but at the very end you're going to go through and you're going to review the entire chapter, but this time you're going to know everything that's in the chapter. Those items you don't know so well, you're going to go over again. So that is the 9th proven study success strategy for college. And when we go to the next video, we'll go to the 10th and final one. See you there. Thanks.